Welcome, everybody. Johnny Cashmere here, representing BackSeat Boyz. We have a big show tonight. Let's get our peeps in here. Tommy Grayson, what's up, my brother?
Hey, what up? Tommy Grayson in the house. Wicked Clowns.
Yeah, dude, you're looking sharp, too. Nice. The camera looks wonderful right now. So if you're watching this, you can see high-def Tommy Grayson. What's up, Donnie B?
I'm thoroughly impressed with his background there, the BSB thing. How the hell did he do that? I need some tips on that.
Yeah.
I'm so technologically
so much nicer than mine.
As my microphone dips down. Yeah.
So how were you guys?
I'm chilling, bro.
How was your week? Did you guys have a good week?
Yeah, we did. We flew out to Michigan Friday, defended the For Us Wrestling Trios titles, and flew back just in time to catch the W at Loud East Wrestling at the Mecca in New Jersey. So all is well.
I want to hear all about it, bro. I want to live vicariously. We got to hear all about it. But yeah, man, everyone's popping in the chat right now. What's up, everybody? Welcome. So we have a lot to talk about tonight, guys. A lot. We're going to have a new general manager of SPO Wrestling announced right here tonight. I don't even know who it's going to be yet. We'll explain all that in a minute. We also have a brand new episode of TripTV tonight at 8 o'clock on the BackSeat Boyz YouTube channel. So at 8 o'clock, it's set to premiere. So we got to be done by 8 tonight, guys. We got to do a final countdown. So in the last 15 minutes, we're going to have some backseat surprises, so to speak. And
sweet.
I know your song has been in high demand. It's been in a lot of people's heads. So we're going to debut the pretty much the full playing of the song tonight as well. The backseat entrance music people have been requesting.
Ooh. That's right. That's right. So for anyone interested in catching the new episode of TripTV, debuts tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. The link is right there in the chat. And like Johnny said, it's going to be on the BackSeat Boyz YouTube page. Just quick update as far as the backseat block is concerned moving forward. SPO Wrestling will be covered by the Superpower Hour, which you can all still catch your favorite SPO Wrestling superstars. And TripTV is going to be what it was intended to be moving forward, just the BackSeat Boyz VIT, very important trips behind the scenes. So, you know, one is going to be concentrated solely on the back seats. The other is going to be focused entirely on SPO Wrestling, but you're going to get the best of both worlds on the backseat block.
Love it.
Very cool.
Man. Backseat awesome. Block reminds me of like TBS Superstation stuff, Donnie, right?
No, that's cool, man. Anything that's outside the box or different, I'm a huge fan of. And I can't understand why more talent, especially indie guys now trying to get seen, or I don't understand why more guys aren't doing this kind of thing. It reminds me of what Cardona was doing years ago, like really hitting the internet and using social media to his full advantage. And I think Tommy and JP are right there, man, right at the forefront. I'm so impressed with what you guys are doing.
That's it. Living vicariously.
Yeah,
Thank you. I mean, you know, not to put myself over real quick, but this is the Spocast, but you could tell that something is resonating when you go to a completely new town, and before you even wrestle, if you step just outside into the curtain just to, you know, get a sense of what you're working with, and you already hear BackSeat Boyz chants. So I experienced that on the Train of Terror tour, and I that was that little affirmation of like, okay, sign on the road, you're going in the right direction. So if one of us is permeating, we're all permeating here. So, you know, just shouts out to everyone that's been tuning in weekly for TripTV and for the Train of Terror tour and for Spocast and for, you know, just everything that we've been putting out consistently. You know, we're here.
That's it. Just try not to permeate in public. You get arrested for that.
Permeate. Yeah. That's a big thing, though, Johnny. You might be able to second me on this, but a lot of indie talent, a lot of talent doesn't realize this, that the majority of wrestling fans are kind of sheepish, and they all want to belong. They all want to be in on the deal. So, like, by that, I mean, like Tommy just said, when you go to a new town, there's a handful of people starting chanting BSB because they see behind the scenes, they follow the stuff on social media. Well, once you get 5 or 10 people doing that, then it's going to become 20, 30, 40, and it just snowballs. So if you can be a content creator or put your stuff out there just to get a little foothold in some of these places before you even get there, the people are going to follow. That's exactly what happens, man. You just, like I said, go out there, put your stuff out there, people pick up on it, and they say, holy shit, man, these guys are somebody. Like, even if they never heard of them, they, oh, wow, these guys must be somebody. People are chanting their name. and then boom, it snowballs, dude. So that's another reason to do this shit. Get yourself over before you even get to the building.
That's right.
Tools we didn't have available in our day, Donald.
We didn't. If we did, me and Ratchet wouldn't have even made it inside of some of the buildings. We would not been allowed in. That's how much we heat. Yeah, we would have so much heat.
Yeah, I can second that. You're right. I'm here to second that. Yes, but yeah, so guys, just real quick, coming up soon, we're going to have my brother Robbie checking in. He's in Panama. He says he's in Panama anyway, which is probably a good thing because this Thursday night, I know it just seems like it's just press conference season, but here we go. Damon Feldman, Celebrity Boxing. We got another press conference this Thursday at Harrah's. I'm going to be there. I'm basically going to have to apologize publicly. And not only that, it's an open call for ring girls, performers, fighters. Plus, there's going to be some face-offs. There might be an announcement I'm hearing. And get this, everybody. It'll be the first ever public appearance by the new general manager of SPO. So here's what we're going to do. We got to talk about this, and then I want to talk about the Tyson fight, guys. Here's the deal. When we started SPO, we had Jim Molyneux as our general manager. We thought hard, long and hard, and we picked him. He ended up choosing to be a manager for Christina. Then we put Malcolm Calloway in as interim. He got bullied by half the locker room. He couldn't handle it. So we got the Batman of Burlington. Well, we left Burlington. So we don't have him. I had another guy ready to start this last show, and he didn't show up. So now I'm not putting any thought into the general manager. Zero. So all we did is I got index cards, and my boy Tommy Grayson right here wrote the name of every single SPO roster member on these cards.
I sure did.
And we're going to pick one randomly. Not right now, but soon. And that person is going to be the new general manager. That's it. That's how we're handling it. Whenever I try to do it and meticulously plan, it blows up in my face. So now we're just going to let that great wind carry us across the sky. And whatever the hell happens, happens. So that's what's happening, guys. So think of the possibilities. Now, Donnie.
Yes, my friend.
Your name is not in here because technically you have not debuted for SPO. Remember, you held us up for more money.
True. I did. Well, I wanted top billing on the poster and I couldn't get it.
That's
Todd
right.
Gordon's name was above mine, and the rerun impersonator. So I'm not paying I'm not playing third fiddle to those two.
I love
rerun,
it.
Yes.
Playing third fiddle to those two. It sounds like my life. Oh, love it. Anyway, so we're going to pick that in a little bit, you guys. But here's the show for tonight. Check it out. What'd you think of my little Panamanian UFO? Did you see that?
I love it.
Yeah,
of course
brother.
I did.
Getting good with the animations.
No, your stuff is tight, man. I like it.
Speaking of tight, look what I got on, guys.
Oof.
The new, look what's happening. Hold on. The background's messing me up. I got to turn off my background.
Well, it's all right. Get them while they're hot.
There it is. That's it. It happened to you too.
It.
Brand new BackSeat shirts, everybody.
That is really nice, dude. Who made those?
These were made. Let me get the name of the gentleman who made them. I have his social media right here. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, nice stuff, man. A lot of people are making things.
Well done.
These guys they're getting custom masks made for their entrances. They're getting custom music made for their entrances. And now what do we have?
Custom t-shirts.
Good stuff, guys. So Donnie B.
Yes, sir.
You saw the Tyson fight?
I did. I saw the spectacle. I wasn't foolish. I mean, everybody, all my friends, they were like, "Oh, we'll come over. We're gonna hang out. Let's watch it at 8 o'clock." I'm like, "You dumb fucks. This ain't." Oh, sorry, I cursed. You dumb pieces of garbage. This is not coming on at 8 o'clock, you idiots. Like, I knew it wasn't gonna. I figured between 11:30 and 12.
That's what I figured.
It came on at midnight. Listen, 66 million people tuned in. There's 66 million households tuned into it. So if you're wondering whether or not people would find something like that on Netflix and it was a big to-do, like, are they going to find it? Oh, they found it. Mission accomplished. Don't kid yourself for 1 second. This was much as spearheading a foray into, like, an unknown territory with a major event like that. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know when it'll be. You'll see the Super Bowl on Netflix one day. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. Don't know when. Yep, it will.
Accessibility and marketability. Those are the two biggest contributing factors in, attendance and draw. And simply put, everyone has Netflix, or everyone knows somebody with a Netflix account. It is the #1 most subscribed streaming platform, just undisputably so, for over 10 years at this point. So to be able to have the #1 fight in the world at the time and have everyone be hooked back into monoculture, it's like, I don't know if we're going to see something like this in streaming history again, simply put.
You'll see something. 72,000 people showed up live. So you'll get another event. I don't know what
to the extent of this, like a Tyson fight, that remains to be seen.
Well, I think they're going to try. They're going to try to do Paul fights. What you just said, the Tyson fight, that was in the 80s and 90s. Everyone knew the Tyson fight. They're hoping Netflix in now and the next decade, it's going to be the Paul fights. People are going to know about the Paul fight. So now they have both Paul brothers straddling two different arena sports right now.
That are all going to be the Pauls are geniuses, man. Anybody that shits on the Pauls is an idiot. Instead of shitting on them, learn from them, see what they're doing, see how they ascended. Like, I mean, they're a case study, dude. I mean, I don't know them at all, but I mean, think about it. It's just two brothers that went out there and did what they wanted to do, and they got over. And they're both really good at what they do. I'm not saying that Jake Paul is an incredible boxer. I'm saying he's a good promotional machine. He's great at wanting people. See, that was the thing. People wanted to see Tyson knock him out, but nobody wanted to see him knock out Mike Tyson. And he actually became a bigger babyface out of this because everybody could see the writing on the wall in round 2 that he could have had him at any time. But he showed Tyson respect and let him go for the 16-minute total, whatever it was, 8 rounds times 2 minutes. He let Mike go out there and dance around. It was cool seeing Mike for a little bit, but I didn't for 1 second think that either one of them was going to get hit for real or hard. A lot of my friends were like, "Oh, I put 500 on Tyson," and this. I'm like, "What are you people insane? Like what?" And then my other buddy was like, "Oh, I was going to put $1,000 on Jake Paul to knock him out." I'm like, "Do you think Jake Paul is going to knock out Mike Tyson? There's no money in that. There's no heat in that. Because if he does, all he did is knock out an older man. That's it. That's all."
Yeah.
They said that. The commentators said that before the show.
Yeah. This wasn't about a fight. This was just a spectacle and the hype leading up to it. The commentary team, other than what's his name, Mano Ronaldo,
Malo,
he's fantastic.
Malo Ronaldo,
he's awesome, dude.
He's awesome, Donnie. But he said, congratulations to our own Rosie Perez, for
terrible.
2015 star on the Walk of Fame, and then there's silence for what felt like an eternity. And you hear, "Oh, well, that was Wikipedia being wrong." Like, what?
I want to know who booked her for that. She had to be friends with somebody.
No, I found out. My cousin Mark told me. Here's the deal. She live streams on Twitter during boxing matches.
Okay.
That's
there
it.
You go.
That's it.
That's it.
So have her on there.
An aficionado? Like, there's nobody else in the world they could have put in that spot?
Right. How about this? She admitted she doesn't know boxing.
Yeah.
During the broadcast.
She was terrible.
I couldn't believe it.
I'm a fan of Rosie Perez, but I feel like, I'm going to come out and say it. The fight put me to sleep. I was in Michigan hanging out, with a couple of the guys after the show, and just I was asleep on the couch by the second round because so much of the first round was so reliant on selling the idea that it was going to be a Mike Tyson fight. And like Donnie said, once you got to the second round, you could see that this was very much a participation spectacle in that it was a matter of self-preservation on Tyson's end, and Jake Paul did the honorable thing and again showed him the respect that he deserved. Unfortunately, the writing was on the wall, but at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. And, again, it was a success from a standpoint of it did exactly what it needed to do. Was it a commercial success? Who the hell cares? It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. The only two numbers that any of those people cared about were 40 million to Jake Paul and 20 million to Mike Tyson. They didn't give a shit if anybody on earth watched it. I mean, it was cool that 66 million households watched it, but that's all they cared about. That's it. Right. I don't blame them.
Donnie, let me see. real quick, do you guys agree with me? If Don King were around with Tyson, would it have been 40 million to Paul and 20 million to Tyson, Donnie?
No, at this point, I think it would have been even 40-40. I could see that.
At least.
Yeah.
So now we see that he probably was good for Tyson.
This is the last big payday of Mike's life. So
but
whether
he could have gotten 40. I feel like he could have gotten 40.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they offered him 10. I don't know the negotiations. And maybe got it to 20. I have no idea. But this doesn't happen unless the Paul camp and Jake Paul wants it to happen. They could have taken anybody, any other semi-celebrity. It wouldn't have got 72,000 and 66 million homes. But
what about the promoter? What about the guy in the powder blue jacket with the shaved head who did the promo from the aisleway between matches?
Yeah. Hey, man.
He was the promoter. Dude, I was whoever, just thinking, if this was a Donnie B show, that would be him right there.
Yeah, whoever promoted this entire thing. Hey, BBD, what's up, buddy? But whoever promoted this thing from inception to actually pulling it off, I know there were some streaming issues and this and that, but the magnitude of it and everything, the size of it and the scope, it was well done, dude. I thought it was fantastic. I really did.
There was a lot of mistakes.
Undercard. Yeah, there was a lot of mistakes.
A lot of mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of buffering, a lot of mistakes on graphics and this and that. There were.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you this. What doctor in their right mind would have allowed that women's match to go past the second round?
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was a little weird too. I was like,
I don't think there's a doctor in the building, Donnie.
Oh, I
mean, I'm sure there was, like, in the crowd, but they couldn't even get a doctor to the ring when her eye, that was awful.
Was hanging off her head. Yeah.
That was by round 7, both girls were unrecognizable.
Yeah, and then the girl lost. I forgot her name. Excuse me. I'm not a female boxing guy.
Can you imagine?
I never got into it. Yeah. I mean,
you
they're tough as nails.
Doing that whole thing and then losing?
No.
Well, here, I wrote some. I want to get my notes in. Listen to this.
Get your notes in.
All right. So, the tail of the tape on social media leading into the fight to hype us for the fight talked about how many social media followers each man has. What? How does that help prep these guys for a fight?
How many does Tyson have? He can't have that many.
They're both up at like 30 million.
Really?
Yeah, like between
Tyson
all their accounts.
And Tyson has a lot of endorsements and stuff. I was going to say, as far as payouts and paydays and stuff, Tyson's okay. But,
they're in the millions just for it's amazing. It's amazing. All right, now how about this? How about the corner man pouring water down Jake Paul's crotch twice between the matches?
I didn't understand that. I was like, what is he doing?
And then not only that, now, all right, you just get done a grueling boxing round, Donnie. You sit in the corner, and the first thing they want to do is give you a COVID test by sticking a Q-tip up your nose.
Yeah,
dude,
I thought that was weird too.
I would have been crying. I would be sitting there crying.
Did they say it was a COVID test? I thought it was to open up his airwaves.
Of course, it was because his nose was bleeding. I'm joking. It wasn't a COVID test, but I'm saying we've all had COVID tests. We know what a Q-tip up the nose does to you. It makes your eye close. It makes you sneeze. Doing that between boxing rounds?
Yeah. I couldn't imagine it. It was, ugh.
Like, what happened to good old Q-tips?
Yeah, and even
not cotton balls.
Yeah, Logan was there. And just genius placement by him, man. He always seems to be in the right place. He didn't overshadow anything, but you knew he was there. Leaving like afterwards, like I tell you, man. Anybody who's not studying what, like I said before earlier, anyone who's not studying what the Pauls are doing overall is just an idiot. I'm not saying it's easy to replicate, but if you could take one or two things from them and use it in your career or what you're doing, your trajectory, by all means do it, because those guys are geniuses.
Yeah, I agree. Real quick, I got the name of the company that did the BackSeat Boyz shirts. I want to give a quick shout out to Dynamic Brand New Jersey for hooking us up with all of the official BackSeat Boyz t-shirts. They are now physically in stock. I will be mailing out shirts. You could hit all of us up on social media and we'll discuss, how we could get one of these to your house. But yeah, they're in stock.
Excellent. So yeah, that last thing I wanted to say is that in the in the first match, the commentator, I don't know the guy, not Morrow, not Rosie, the other guy, said, and I quote,
Roy Jones,
and I quote, are you ready for this, guys? If this fighter was in shape, he'd be a contender.
Wow.
That was a great line.
He's probably not wrong, though.
I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't believe it. Your job is to put these people over, not to say they're shit. Like, dude, how many times did they remind us that they were mismatched fighters? It's like they wouldn't let you suspend disbelief. They made you keep coming back that it was bullshit. I just got so mad. But yeah, so that was that. Anyway, I'm not going to keep going. Oh, ring girls in the ring for a women's boxing match. Did that not look cringy?
Yeah, but what's
smiles.
the alternative? Ring boys? Like I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. But those girls were just like smiling like mannequins. It was weird. Not that people were looking at their faces, I guess, but still.
No.
It was impressive. But anyway, I think Robbie's here.
Oh no!
Oh, this is the satellite thing. I can't see him.
Satellite feed.
Just a picture. He's just a picture. Hold on. Let me see if I can get him in here.
It's that Zip Birdo.
Hello? Robbie, you hear me?
John, can you hear me?
I hear you. You hear me?
I appreciate you accepting the collect call. I really didn't want to, put the minutes on my phone or anything from down here. Hold on a second. I'm having a little soiree in the room right now after to celebrate the stem cells. Hold on. Turn that shit down. I'm talking to my brother.
Language.
What did he say?
Dame tranquilo, por favor.
Like I said, that Zip Birdo.
You can't say zip. That's prejudice against Italians.
No, it's not. It's the zip gun.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You all right?
Sorry, these people down here, you got to tell them a couple times.
All right. What do you do down where? You're not really in Panama.
When we spoke last week, I wasn't doing very well. So Ma and I talked afterwards, and I mean, God bless Ma. With the whole power of attorney thing and everything, I was actually able to take out a second mortgage on her house, and I came down here and I got stem cells.
Dude,
let me tell you, bro, you would not believe. Number one, I feel amazing. God bless Dr. Pinochet and his staff down here. I feel amazing. But in addition to that, Panema, John, the things you can walk into a pharmacy and just buy like nothing. I mean, it will blow your mind. I'm going to be making my return very soon to the ring, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be like 2008 TNA Impact Kurt Angle coming back. I'm going to be a machine, baby.
Great.
You just told
you already are a machine. You already are a machine. So what stem cells? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, after all your medical knowledge, I heard you talking about earlier about clearing out pathways and noses and stuff like that. I'm surprised you don't know what stem cells are. So what they do is they take stem cells and they inject them into the problem area, which, as you know, my neck was severely injured by that son of a bitch Hank on November 2nd. So
right.
The stem cell injection is enabling me not just to come back where I was before as a healthy 34-year-old professional wrestler. They said they probably have taken at least 7-8 years off my life, and I'd be like a 26-year-old professional wrestler.
Well, you've put 7-8 years on my life recently, so I think we even out.
I'm going to take
wait a
care
minute.
of everything. I got a plan. I got everything figured out. Don't even worry. I got things organized.
And you're going to be there at least through the weekend. You promised me that.
No, I got a surprise for you, buddy. I actually will be at Philadelphia Airport, 5 o'clock. Ma already told me that you'll be there to pick me up. And we're going to be heading over to the Harrah's casinos to talk to Damon and get all that straightened out.
The press conference, you're not going to be back in time for the Thursday press conference. I'm going myself. He invited me to apologize. That's all I'm doing. I'm apologizing. I'm leaving, and the general manager is going to say a few words. That's it. You don't need to be there.
Right. Exactly what you said, John. And I'm having a hard time hearing you because these people don't know how to take orders. But yeah, I'll be there on Thursday. You pick me up 5 o'clock, and I'll be there so Damon can apologize. Yeah, you tell that bold-headed slaphead that I can't wait to get my apology, and I'll see him on Thursday. I gotta go, buddy.
No, don't.
Party's getting started. Gotta go.
Don't
Love
pretend.
you, buddy.
Don't.
I love how he just totally just volunteered you to get him and was like, oh, ma already arranged.
I'm not. I have to do this again Thursday now with him. I don't want him there Thursday. This is not, man. Like, it's not fun for me now knowing that he's going to be there Thursday. Jesus.
He told you it was up, brother.
He sure did. He sure did.
Yeah. He doesn't even have a passport, by the way.
Then how'd he get there?
Does not even have a passport. If he was here right now, I'd love to ask him how but whatever.
He probably jumped on a shipping cargo boat and,
yeah,
sailed out.
He knew what I said too. But anyway. All right. Anyway.
Anywho.
You know what? Hold on 1 second. I have a weird feeling. Let me check something. 1 second.
I wonder where he's going. So, Donnie.
Yes, my friend.
My passport's not here.
Your passport?
And I keep it in the same place all the time, and he was here. He's traveling on my passport.
How does that even work?
Yeah, don't they just like look at his picture and see that he's not that close to you looking?
Yeah, and that you have a beard?
It's because of the beard. When people look at you and you don't have it. And he's over there getting surgery under my name. Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope you get the bills.
This is great. Yeah, his Botox parties. This is not cool. I'm going to end up with a panic attack. Guys, we have a new, let's pick the new SPO.
If you do, we'll take over.
Should we do the new SPO General Manager?
Yeah, how are you going to do this?
Nothing can go more to crap at this point, so we might as well just do it. So think of all the different possibilities. You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine, I don't know. Imagine homicide became the SPO General Manager. Like, what that would be like. What if Tommy Grayson becomes the General Manager? It could happen.
Point of parliamentary: if you pick someone, do they automatically have to accept the job, or can they turn it down?
I actually did due diligence on this. And believe me when I tell you, it took all day. I've reached out to everyone. I actually have a picture uploaded for every member of our roster. So whoever we pick, I have the picture ready to put right up. And yeah, they're going to be there on Thursday at the official celebrity boxing press conference. And they're going to address the world for the first time.
Wow. Well, without further ado, John.
What, pick it now?
I mean,
I can.
Kind of build up. I mean, it's up to you, but
I can.
The world awaits.
I feel like I need some kind of drum roll. What do you guys think?
Mark.
There's
a little gimmick.
All right. Yeah. Let's shuffle them up.
I hear the card shuffling.
I did shuffle them.
Very good, Dave Spieler.
All right.
My money's on Pat Dynamite.
Tommy, you double check this.
Yes, I didn't totally load up 10 extra Tommy Grayson cards under the account that we would have 10 Tommy Grayson for GM votes. I'm going to show you
first. What's it say?
No, we can't see it.
I don't see it.
Timey? What does that say?
I can't see anything.
Does that
Tiny.
Say
the dog.
Tiny.
Yes, dog. No. Pick another one. Tiny the dog. You put Tiny in here?
In there? Oh.
The hell out of here. We'll pick
it's
somebody.
a Timmy. I'm like, who's Timmy?
Guys.
Wait, is the homeless guy in there? Is homeless Vaughn in there?
Of course he's in here.
Oh, dude, I pray to God.
But you picked Tiny. You picked Tiny.
How are we going to have Tiny as our commissioner?
How's Tiny going to address the world on Thursday? Hope he speaks several languages. The world's a vast place.
Wait a minute. So the new SPO commissioner, we're in agreement. We're just going to go with it. I said no thought. Zero thought is going into this.
Then we're already putting more thought into it than zero.
You had to write the name. Didn't you fill out these cards?
No, Tommy did them, and I don't know why. I said put every SPO talent.
You did.
Yeah. Put the heat on me. Put the heat on me.
It's your handwriting.
I mean, Tommy. You guys are working for a dog. That's awesome.
Yeah. Was it even allowed in Harrah's? Well, he was there. He was at our show, so.
It worked in Philly for years.
And guess what, guys? I don't have a picture ready for Tiny. I have everyone else has a picture except Tiny.
Tiny bubbles.
Well,
Tremendous. In the words of Lance Diamond, tremendous.
Good job, Tommy. Yeah, because this is totally my fault. Hey, John, do we have an and I'm nothing segment planned?
Yeah, actually, we do. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm totally ready for it.
Are you?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. And I'm
I
nothing.
just said he was.
Tommy
Nothing.
Grayson, Wayonada, and I'm nothing.
So, for those of you who are not aware, there was a certain gimmick that made its rounds on social media throughout Halloween week. This character caught the attention of a lot of faces, a few of them being Dustin Rhodes, another being Jonathan Coachman. It caught the attention of Vice Media. You know, I'm just going to go out and say the superstar that I'm referring to is the Kane, or better known as Cocaine, which was put out by JCW. And yes, I'll give GTS their due. There was an additional character that they did that was also done under the Cocaine moniker. But the clip that I'm referring to is JCW's Cocaine. So go watch JCW Devil's Night on Triller. Watch the clip for the match that I'm referring to. But in the social media posts that were put out there, the attention and the commentary and the adoration was very clearly towards this Cocaine character. And what we have, John, if you will show the picture, what you have here, if you'll notice up top, the caption reads, that's gotta be cocaine. And what do you have it but someone takes the time to write, thank you for sharing me. In other words, what was that?
1,190 likes on his thank you for sharing me, by the way.
Thank you for sharing me. Okay, Soul Taker. The gentleman who received the Coke Slam. So I believe the comparison I used is this is like the kid who attends a birthday party that also has to be given a gift.
Oh, so Soul Taker guy was upset that he wasn't put over in the clip or something?
Yes.
I guess
I
he's
understand
reminding people it takes two to tango.
So hold on a minute. This is 52-year-old technologically unadvanced Donnie B just asking a question. So
Yes.
The general gist of this is there's a guy running around doing a thin cane guy, but he uses cocaine and he takes cocaine during the match and he powers up like Popeye and he slammed someone doing an out of shape Undertaker gimmick or something. And then the two of them are upset, or one of them's upset that the other guy didn't kiss his ass and put him over or something, sharing this thing on the internet.
Well, one of them.
Am I wrong?
One of them is so Soul Taker is, I guess, salty at the fact that all of the adoration for the clip is going to cocaine because
what adoration? I wouldn't want to be associated with that. That was fucking asinine. Oh, excuse my French. That was asinine. I mean, I get it, haha, but
they got a cease and desist for it.
They
WWE wasn't happy.
It's just stupid. I get it. There's some ha-has. I mean,
everyone's doing it. The Canes are everywhere all of a sudden. It's
the Kane world order, Donnie. And
it is.
In an era of Canes, we have an Undertaker that is unfortunately feeling some type of way. So this qualifies.
Evil, what was his name? Evil Soul. What was his name?
Evil Soul Taker.
Evil Soul Taker.
We just wrestled him like last month. I did spots with him last month.
Yep.
Did you put him over?
No.
Of course you did.
No.
So here's my question: when are the two of those getting those WWE ID things? when is Soul Taker showing up at the Performance Center? I want to be there when Cocaine Man takes out his little bag of powder and throws it in front of Matt Bloom's face and tells him that this is his high spot in the match. I want to be next to Carino when Coquina or whatever pulls out his cocaine and shows Steve how to do a transition hold in the ring with his powder.
Dude,
I want to see that. That's a rest hold. I want to see that.
It's like the rule of threes, right? Like when the light bulb was invented, it was also invented by two other people around the globe, like within days, right? When someone came up with a cane, like the blue cane, and then it was pink cane, and then yellow cane, and then cocaine, and then candy cane, it was just like it just exploded at once. It was like feeding a gremlin after midnight. It just multiplies.
While we're on the topic of fake canes, yours truly will take credit for remember Kevin Knight? Remember Kevin Knight, the indie guy from the Northwest? He ran a show once and I was on it and I dressed as a fake cane with a red sweat outfit, some tape, a mask. It was so horrible. But Mark Carluzzo and Dennis were there. Mark took a Polaroid of it. And like, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks later, I didn't know they took the picture. 2 or 3 weeks later, we were at WWE TV as extras or some shit. I don't remember what it was, but all of a sudden, the real Kane comes over to me, and I'm minding my own business sitting at a table, and he has a Polaroid. He put it next to my face like a detective would, and he's like, "Huh, I just got news that somebody's out there on the indies doing my gimmick. You know anything about this?" And I'm looking at him, and they blew their own rib because I could see Mark and Dennis hiding behind the corner, like waiting for the payoff. And I stone-faced looked at Kane, and I go, "No, I have no idea." And he goes, "Kind of looks like you." I said, "That guy has long hair. That doesn't look anything like me. That guy's 40 pounds heavier than me." And he's like, "I don't know, man. I think this is you." I was like, "Well, when is this from?" He's like, 2 weeks ago in Jersey. I was like, "No, man, I was in California. I have an alibi." And like, I didn't sell it at all. And he just kind of laughed and like walked away. And then Dennis came over like, "Oh, we got you." I'm like, "No, you didn't." Like, that's my little funny moment. Meanwhile, I was shitting a brick because I'm like, "Oh my God, Kane, this was literally one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen." I was like, "This guy's going to annihilate me."
When me and
he was
Trent were
so
in
cool.
WWE, when we were up there to be a dark match, we got changed with Kane in the locker room. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, he's going to be aggravated just by my presence. Like,
You're
just
like,
my
what species
but he
of
wasn't.
man is this? Yeah.
Nicest
no, he's
man
so
in the
cool.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, on one final note for the end on nothing, you will be able to see a reaction of the actual Kane, Glenn Jacobs, reacting to the cocaine spot available on social media tomorrow, I believe. So, that does it for my and on nothing. So next time you think that you're not in on the joke, just remember, it's better to not be in on the joke than be the punchline.
Well, I was going to say, chances are if you're not in on the joke, you are the joke.
So, yeah, there you go.
Beardo. Like to
But
make,
yeah, so we are 24 minutes away from TripTV. We still have to talk about your weekend. We got to get some Living Vicariously with the BackSeat Boyz going. I believe we're going to have Justin will be in here in a little bit, JP. And we will see what he's doing. But
that's right.
Up until then, here's me and Robbie from last time at the celebrity boxing.
There's twins. I could see how there was confusion with the passport.
Yeah, before the stem cells. That's him on the left there.
I actually think you probably see his hand reaching into your pocket to jack your passport right there.
Yeah, you probably do. You're not kidding. And don't forget, guys, BJ Drinks Beer and Danger Ginger have their own wrestling podcast now on Sundays. So check that out. Follow at BJ Drinks Beer on Instagram. Follow these guys. Good stuff. Always happy to support my brothers. Good stuff. All right. Guys.
Yep.
So, guys, let's talk a minute here. So we already talked about the Tyson fight.
Yes.
We got TripTV coming up. You're going to see the first footage of Roll the Dice. Plus, we have a lot more stuff that's going to be in there, right?
That's right. Yeah. No, I could actually pull up an entire. You are going to hear the song because there's several BackSeat Boyz matches that feature that song. I could actually give you a quick little rundown of what you're going to see tonight on TripTV if you guys are interested.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
So this episode is going to be the Train of Terror edition of Season 2, Episode 2, TripTV. You're going to catch all 9 BackSeat Boyz matches from the Train of Terror tour, exclusive behind the scenes, featuring the entire cast of JCW and Psychopathic Records, exclusive ICP concert footage, including Fago Break and Fago Armageddon. You're also going to see straight from the Backseat Vault classic Trent Acid footage, including clips from his last match with Too Tough Tony. I had to dig on YouTube and find cellular footage for this because I don't think there exists actual produced footage. So there is relics of his last match out there. You're also going to see Holy Trent Acid tributes and highlights, SPO Wrestling Roll the Dice highlights, and so much more.
I can't wait, man. TripTV is turning into a guilty pleasure of mine. I like these debuts.
Yeah, I saw one or two. It was pretty cool, dude. I just like the fact that it was well produced.
Well, thank you.
Dude, it didn't look like garbage.
Well, thank you. The last edition that I did was a lot more, I guess, rough around the edges because it featured a lot more cellular footage when it came to wrestling. But thankfully, this All of these are, streams that I was able to actually go and reproduce and, chop up and make it so that they're more of a, I guess, straight sit through as opposed to like a full match for each of them. So I guess basically to make a long story short, there's actually a lot of like time and effort and production that, went into this around the time.
That was great, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to make it so that, anyone could pop it in on any time. You watch it at the airport, you watch it, in the car, you watch it wherever, and it's just it's seamless. It's just you're living vicariously through the back seats.
Yes, you're literally a front row seat. The BackSeat Boyz, man, it's awesome, man, awesome. I wish we could have done that when we were on the road, Donnie. It would have been just an added
back,
bonus.
bro. It would have been some of the stuff. Well, some of it we couldn't show,
No.
but it would have been glorious, dude. Just some of our adventures. The one that I immediately think of was Trinidad and Tobago when we were in the taxi and we were flying all around and we got the quote of, you remember, Johnny, he's a fiend for what? He's a fiend. He's a fiend for the powder.
The powder.
Remember the driver was talking about the other driver that was, for everybody who doesn't listen, we were in Trinidad and Tobago for some shows for Steve DeAngelis, and we had the wackiest, most insane ever cab driver come to pick us up one day, and he was cool as hell. And the next day it was another guy, and we got in the cab, we started driving, and this guy was a lunatic. Like, I don't even know how we didn't get killed. But he zips around one corner, and I yelled at him. I was like, dude, what the F are you doing? Like, where's the other guy? And he turns around, straight face while he's driving. He looks at him and goes, he's not driving you anymore. He's a fiend for the powder. Implying that this guy, I guess, was like addicted to cocaine and couldn't come pick us up. And we were like, what the shit? Like, just let us out. He got us to our destination, which was Fridays. And then Johnny
Fridays?
We went to a Fridays.
In Trinidad? I don't remember any of this.
Yes, we went to. I know you don't, because you were a little busy with Uncle Hacksaw. But, yeah, those are some of the stories for the book one day. Yeah, but all great memories. Loved every second of it. We would have had a ball if we had some social media back then, bro. I don't think we would have never got hired by anybody in a major company, but we had some great times. No, definitely not. I would not.
You know what? I'm gonna go through and find all those old pictures and stuff, and we'll start showing them on here because that's fun.
If you could, man, I would really like to, because I have some pictures of our stuff.
I have them,
but I don't have a lot. If you have them, bro, I'll take every single one you have.
I have them. The one of us at the school. Remember the school children?
Yeah, that was cool, man. I love Trinidad. I thought Trinidad and Tobago was one of my favorite shows we ever did, mainly because of you know what I'm about to say. When we were in the ring and you got hit with the chicken. Oh, dude,
slid down my face.
JP and Tommy, I wish you were there. We were in the ring, and I'm cutting such a promo, getting so much heat. They walk around Trinidad and Tobago, like, instead of popcorn and stuff, they sell little containers of chicken, like fresh chicken they eat in the audience, like as a snack.
Like rotisserie, like carcass.
Like pieces of chicken. So when the people run out of chicken, what did they do? They start ripping up clumps of grass from the field, throwing at us in the ring. It looked like, Johnny, my line, it looked like NWO. With all the shit being thrown in the ring.
I got hit with an actual chicken carcass.
Well, that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah, no, Johnny told us about that whole story.
Bro,
about
all of a sudden, I'm cutting the
him.
promo and I'm going nuts, and Johnny's yelling at me and Trent saying, stop, shut up, they're throwing. And as he's yelling, I see it coming, and he got hit in the side of the face with this piece of chicken, like this greasy piece of chicken that like just slowly fell down his face and covered half his face in grease. I don't think any two human beings have ever laughed harder than me.
And it was on the big screen. It
was on the big screen. It was one of my if I could go back and record, like, there's like 5 or 6 things in my life I would probably give a year of my life total to record. That might be up there, dude. That might be up there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of classic pictures, real quick, I just want to say this. There's a special part at the tail end of TripTV that features a remake of a very fan favorite ICP video that I personally did that will feature classic pictures of the BackSeat Boyz, including Donnie B, Johnny Cashmere, and the late Trent Acid. So stay tuned for that. It's after the initial broadcast, I will upload the music video to social media at some point this week. So we will get a shot of that, but I just want to let everyone know that it is debuting tonight during the official TripTV broadcast.
Word.
Very cool
stuff, man.
Right on.
This is exciting. Do you
want me to video?
Yeah, this is exciting. So people want to hear your song. Do we want to play the song at some point?
Let's do it up.
Yeah, let's
let's
play
hear it.
Let's play the new official BackSeat Boyz theme.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to it. Dancing and bopping is allowed, everyone.
Wow.
The time for playing games is done. Adversaries all better run. We're coming up to reach the top. Unbeatable and we'll never stop. We're the ones in charge. Yeah. We're still living large. Yeah. We're the ones who fly. Yeah. They don't ever have a chance.
They don't even have a chance. Why do they even try?
All right, ready?
Let me listen to this.
Rock your body. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Time to party. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause the BackSeat Boyz are back.
This is awesome. Who made this?
Violent J.
Oh, dude.
And the BackSeat Boyz are back.
To conquer all, JP and Tommy are standing tall. We reach the top and never fall. The sexiest you ever saw. We're the ones they cheer. Who others fear. We're the ones they love. And we always reach our goals because we rise above. Everybody, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rock your body, yeah, yeah, yeah. Time to party, yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause the BackSeat Boyz are back.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh man. I want to. When this is over, I want to leave us. When we go off air, I want to talk to you too for a minute about something about that, because that's a game changer if done right. I have an idea. I want to talk to you guys about when we go off the air.
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
And
That is phenomenal, dude.
Hell yeah.
That is
Thank you.
fantastic. That has mass appeal to it. There's not a human being on earth that would not listen to that and get moved by it. That is he made that?
Violent J, right before the tour, he said that we were putting a lot into this tour. I want to make sure that it gets far reach and doesn't get taken down. So he and one of the producers from Psychopathic, they sat down and they produced custom music for the entire JCW roster that didn't already have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That
you
is
want to talk
phenomenal.
about somebody who, putting your all into wrestling. It's like, here's a musician, a multi-platinum artist that is actually going and giving royalty-free music to his roster. You know what I mean? You want to talk about resources and using things to your advantage. It's like, there you go.
Yep. That is well done, dude. I'm a big mark for that, man. That is something else.
Yo,
Yeah.
and when they came out to it at the casino, the place liked it, dude.
There's no way you can't.
You know what it does? It trains the fans on when to pop.
Yeah. It had a great hook to it. And you know what, Johnny? That's babyface or heel. You
Yes.
literally could come out to either one.
Yes.
Right.
It works
quick.
both ways.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, Relic brought up the Southern Six theme. So that right there was the locker room sellout of the entire tour, because it just got so popular with the boys that the Southern Six theme. The stable.
It's a stable that consists of Kerry Morton, Silas Mason, and Alex Taylor.
Okay.
So they're a trio.
Yeah,
have to
they're from
listen
the
to that
NWA. And
I heard of Terry Moore.
trio. They're a lesser trio, Donnie.
Yeah, you gotta let them beat. Come on.
No, they're a
Unless
lesser trio.
Unless
Southern
Ricky's
Six.
in that corner, you got him beat.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Southern Six is the
brother.
lesser trio, not us.
Yeah, no, hell no. You're
Yeah,
the best trio in the business.
That's right. Well, anyway, their stable, the Southern Six, they got their own theme, and it's just Southern Six sung over and over and over again to this bluegrass theme. And I kid you not, like, I played it, and just everyone in the locker room just started singing it, and just for the entire tour. You'll see it on TripTV. There's an entire Southern Six bit, but
Was that Everest that just popped on there? I saw Everest.
Everest
I like that
Road.
guy. What a hard worker. When we
He is
did
a
the
hard
shows with a couple years ago, he was at every show. He helped with the equipment.
Right.
Never bitched, never moaned. Pretty big dude too. The one year, I remember he was like in a knee brace or something. He hurt his knee or something really bad, and the son of a bitch still showed up and set up the ring and everything we needed without, even though he wasn't wrestling on the show or anything. He still showed up, dude. He's a pretty cool dude. I like that guy.
We used him in SPO. I don't think his
I have
name.
no idea.
Tommy, you didn't put his name in the list for commissioner because he's not current roster. But yeah, he's been interesting.
Just I like people like that are hard workers, and he wasn't looking for anything. He just came because that was the gig that day.
Yep. Well, we still got 10 minutes till TripTV. What a night already. I guess jury's still out, but it's official that Tiny, the Dynamite Dog, is the new general manager of SPO, which I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll get back to you on that.
What do you got coming up this weekend, Johnny? Where are you guys going to be?
Well, that's what I want to talk to these guys about. It's time to hear about this past weekend or whatever, and whatever else they want to talk about, because it's now backseat time. You guys take it away.
Backseat.
Right. So this past Friday, already previously said, we were in Michigan wrestling for Us Wrestling, defending our trios championships, and the Duke himself, Violent J, actually did pull up and managed us to the ring, was there in our corner, actually filmed ringside videography, and we produced content for what is a new platform that RVD and Katie Forbes started called Only Wrestlers. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a subscription-based platform where wrestlers or promotions can offer VIP content for a subscription monthly or yearly. And basically, now JCW and specifically Violent J is partnering with Van Dam because they go way back, and we're producing content. So the first bit of content that we did was that, our championship win over FUBK in Michigan. Caught the dub. That was awesome. JP, of course, got the hot tag with the Bass Pro Shop hat on.
Yeah, man. Just found it on the apron. Decided to, rock that hot tag and some swag. And, again, we got the W, retain the titles. And best believe we're going to be back there at some point. We don't know when, but you'll catch us back at For Us Wrestling in the near future. And then the next day, we went out to Loud East Wrestling back at Richfield Park at the Mecca, as, these fans call it. And, once again, I mean, we did what it took to retain and keep those JCW Tag Team Championships. Although, let's say, it ended in a DQ. We got ourselves DQ'd. We weren't going to let those kids get those titles. We had to do whatever it took. All right. Yeah. We know every rule in the book because we are tag team experts. All right. And if that means having to DQ in a title match and retain that belt, if so be it.
That's right. That's right. We can't go out like that. And, sometimes it's like the boss once said, I cheat, but I win. Sometimes that's the name of the game.
Yeah, man. Those kids are slick. I'm not gonna lie, but again, we did what it took. Still JCW Tag Team Champions, and again, that crowd was hot as hell for us, regardless.
I think we have a clip too, Donnie. You got to watch this because
let's see it.
I'm gonna say that this is pretty much as good as it gets for the dream sequence, guys. Check this out. Bada bing.
That's awesome.
Dream sequence.
Speaking of the bada bing, we actually passed it on the way to the show that night.
Really? It's in Hazlitt, right?
Yeah. Right on 17.
35 or 17.
Yeah.
Electra used to run it. Electra was the manager, I'm pretty sure, from ECW.
You're kidding.
She worked.
I didn't know that.
Manager, one of the two. Yeah, that's how they found her. I'm almost positive Raven found her. I think. Wow. Very nice lady.
Interesting.
Speaking of, I'm actually really looking forward to that Raven documentary. I'm a big fan of Raven. I always have been. I always loved his work, and I
wish I would have been contacted for that. They had no idea. I have no idea even who did it, but I would have liked to say a few words about Scotty. Without question, I would have done it. Yeah,
That would have been nice.
We'll talk about it on here after it debuts. I'd like to give him his due.
Right.
The good and the bad.
Well, with the good and the bad comes the truth, and
that's
I
the
think
thing, man.
I think it's important that and this is just going into all the stories that have to be told in wrestling nowadays. We have to tell the truth because there's too much revisionist history being told,
Yes.
not even just in pro wrestling, but in life today. And we owe it to the youth and to the future to be as transparent as possible with the good, the bad, and the truth of pro wrestling.
There's no reason in the world why Scott Levy shouldn't be a multi-millionaire in the role of like either a Michael Hayes or Brad Arm or Jesse James Armstrong in the Fed, or even working with AEW and create whatever. There's zero reason. He's one of the smartest men ever in the wrestling business from start to finish. Not only with his own stuff, with everybody else. I'm not really sure where it all went wrong for him as far as whatever, but I think in another time and place, had stuff went left instead of right, that he would still be heavily involved in all the major companies and living the life of a multimillionaire, which he deserves, in my opinion. Nothing but a gentleman. Whenever I encountered him, did more for my brother and my family than anybody ever could imagine. Behind the scenes, even make sure he always got paid something. Just went above and beyond, man. So many Raven stories that people don't even know. Just a really, I love Raven. I always will.
That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that he did give back and was good to you and your brother.
He was good to everybody. Lupus, he hired Lupus. He paid him out of his own pocket some nights when the ECW didn't have money for him. So, the stories are endless.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I like that.
Plus, had the ability to pull 9s and 10s whenever I saw him. Whenever a woman he was ever with was a goddamn supermodel, dude, and I could never figure it out.
That's true.
So
I
I saw it. I was there.
He got they called him Scotty Flamingo for a reason.
Yeah.
He wasn't an ugly man as Johnny Polo.
No, but this is when he was Raven. Like after some ECW shows where his head's bleeding, he's all cut up. We ran at the Freehold Armory, and a woman showed up there one day asking for Scotty. I had to question who she was there for, and she said, Raven. And I'm like, what? And she looked like she stepped off the cover of Sports Illustrated. And I go in the back, and I explained who was there, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so. And I'm like, huh?
Scotty
figured out.
Scotty had, when he was Raven, he had what the kids call Riz. It's not necessarily that he had sex appeal or whatnot, but because he just didn't give a flying you-know-what about
like
anyone.
Rizzler,
Exactly.
Yeah, man, exactly.
He had that 90s post Kurt Cobain Riz that was just radiating. He was like, I don't care. If you want me, want me. If not, I'm gonna get it elsewhere, man. Who cares?
Oh, that's great. I have his number. We got to call him one night, and you could do that. Just do Raven to Raven. That'd be great. Next
so
time
maybe, all right. You know what?
That'd be
you know what, Johnny? We might have to reconsider the vocal pitch of a certain character moving forward.
Listen, when his documentary comes out, the worst I could do is reach out to him and see if he'll come on here and talk about it.
Oh, get him on, yeah.
Please.
I will. I can ask. I don't know if he does podcasts. I have no idea, but he might. He might if I ask him.
Raven also is a big comic book guy too. Like he's a big Batman fan. So
that's what got Noah hired.
We met Raven actually at the first ever Comic-Con, the first New York Comic-Con we went to. Raven was there
in 2011. Yeah, we heard that Raven was there, and we went and I got a picture of it. I'll show it next time on the Spocast actually. But
nice.
Yeah, I think I'm wearing a Batman shirt actually, and we just took pictures with Raven. That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish I would have got 1 or 2 pictures with him back in the day. I never did. That's one of my regrets, is not getting more pictures.
Quote the Raven, never more.
Guys, we're down to 2 minutes till TripTV, and all you guys talking about Donnie's brother and all these brothers, it's giving me I'm getting another panic attack thinking about Thursday.
Sorry, brother.
I was so excited to go to this press conference, even though I was going to have to eat crow and apologize a little bit. But now that Robbie's saying he's coming, I'm not getting him at the airport. So if he wants to Uber to
I'll give you guys a shout out this weekend. I'll be at the AEW show. Compliments of AJ
man.
and the Cons. I'll be in the luxury box with my family.
Hell yeah!
It'll be cool. You, X-Pac, the Steiners, Jackie. Who else?
The legends. No. Yeah. In all seriousness, my girls are really looking. They're looking forward to it. They're kind of like ancillary players. They've been in the videos. They know them all. So AJ invited us to come. So we're going. Should be a good time. So I'll take some footage. I'll report back, and
please do.
We'll see what's up, dude. I will. It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
Tuesday. So where are we headed now, Tommy?
Right now we're headed to youtube.com/BackSeat Boyz, and we are tuned in for the backseat block for season 2, episode 2 of TripTV. the Train of Terror tour. And please stay tuned all the way to the end. It's going to be a long one. Watch it now. Watch it whenever you can. Just watch it till the end, because you're seeing a TripTV exclusive of VIT, a very important trip of ICP's The People, edited by me.
Right, man. You put a lot of time. You put a lot of time into this episode.
Nice.
We're all excited. All right, you guys. See you next Tuesday. No news on the date for the next SPO show. If we know it by Thursday, we'll have the GM announce it. If not, stay tuned to our social media. See you guys.